Hello, welcome in. This is Cleo Ra, and I'm doing this channel for the astral royalty, for the true creators of their own realities. So I tend to appeal more to older souls, mature souls, and those who work for the Godhead directly, the Cherubima, those with the heart center activated. So that being said, I like to do random messages. I like to see whatever wants to come through and let the divine use me as a human aerial. So I'm going to do that now, and I hope you're all doing really well. I'm going to zone in now. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing, guiding, and protecting this reading. What message do we need? What's the most important message? Okay, we've got the Magician coming out on the table. Someone in charge of their reality. Someone who knows they've got all the tools to do whatever they want. And then we've got the Devil showing up. Okay, what's going on with this? Okay. So with this card coming out with the Thelema Tarot, this title card, right? This is clearly some sort of passageway that someone's going down where someone is trying to make you feel weaker than you are. Someone's trying to reflect back the opposite of what you are. There's something mirrory going on here where someone surely sees your power, or they'd have no reason to target you. But they're trying to undermine you. They're trying to make you feel smaller, and they're trying to make you feel weaker. And what I'm getting with this is that this is the land of opposites. So what is strong to the upright is an abomination to the wicked. What is powerful to the upright, they will want to see as powerless, because it's an upside down blueprint. It's an upside down soul that you're dealing with. They might be stood right next to you in work or in the home or on the street, but make no mistake, there are souls out there who are upside down. What is good for you and good in my eyes and good in God's eyes is not good in their eyes, right? So you're dealing with the balance here, and it could feel quite distorted, and it could feel quite confusing and consuming, I'm getting. So it's almost like someone here is trying to consume your power, and your job is to come through this cycle with your head on, knowing you are still the same person. It's quite funny. Some of these most stressful things we go through, some of the most stressful initiations, you actually have to have a sense of humor, because you've got to go through all this, come out the other side simply to regain what you were in the beginning. There are always gifts waiting for you. There's always expansion, and holding on to who we truly are in this labyrinth, in this maze of the 3D, it gets rewarded majorly. And that's what's coming out here with this card. This is phenomenal to have the title card coming out next to both of these. But the message here is, if you want to be a creator of your own reality, it's not as simple as just thinking, yeah, I create my own reality. You've got to really honor that. You've got to stand your ground. The swords are on this card for a reason. We've got the sword for a reason here. The magician has to hold his ground. He has to be weaponized. He has to be a warrior in a garden. And just the same as with any martial artist, any true martial artist, they will never start a fight. They will avoid conflict anytime they can. But if they're in the middle of an alleyway and there are 10 people closing in on them, they are, in the eyes of God, in the eyes of universal law, fully entitled to stick up for themselves. And that's what I'm getting here for somebody. There's the wand of focus, so something's testing your focus. They want to skew you. A wand goes straight forward. It looks at what it wants to pull into its life. Our focus, our gaze is magnetic. What we gaze upon, we pull in. So this is about narrowing your gaze, like the hunter, to ignore this, to get around this, to get past this, to not let this vile energy consume you. Because energy is contagious. If this person's energy is stood in the same room as you and they're flowing energy into your magnetic field, you better be able to hold that solid signal that comes from your higher self. And I feel like that's what you're getting tested with now. Because these energies, they don't call it spell work for nothing. When an energy takes over your mind and makes you feel differently, it's no joke to get out of. So I feel like someone's battling with this. You have to earn your status, is what I'm getting with the magician. You even have to earn your status as a fool, is what I'm getting here. And the divine realm are fully behind you, earning your status as a true creator. We've got the hermit here. A true sage, a true master. There's a light here. You see this light that's guiding this magician. The light here matches the light there. But then there's this fire. You see the difference in the tone of color for this devil with the burning fire. And then there's this cool elixir, this beautiful cooling elixir of the wisdom left over. What remains? We go through so many things in our life, and what we learn through trial and error, and by going through this relationship or this scenario, we learn what is valuable to bring with us. We learn what is permanent. We learn that only that which remains is worth having. And that's what I'm getting here. You're going to go through this sequence. Find your power. Well, you found your power, but this is about hanging on to your power. Because what happens the minute you find power? Different levels, different devils. Something will come and test you. Can you hold on to this? Can you get through this? Can you really be what you say you are in the physical? Because we've all got infinite potential. Every being on this earth has infinite potential. So what is the difference between someone who truly puts it to use, their full power in reality creation, versus someone who doesn't? Well, there are worlds of difference, aren't there, right? We all come out as fresh, pure souls, and people create what they create. You're capable of creating anything you want, which is why you're being tested so heavily here. And also this energy of anything you can lose going through this passageway, this initiation. And they're showing me the ancient passageways, the chambers of the pyramids. This is serious stuff, even if you can't see it in your physical reality because you're not in ancient Egypt or, one of the ancient places. That doesn't mean this is any less important or any less real or any less valid. You're going through a passageway that is set out in the non-physical. So you bring your inner world with you wherever you go. And right now, your inner world you have to get through this spiritually. Because it's the backstage, the hidden world that controls spirituality. And there's this lamp trying to guide you out of the labyrinth, trying to clarify things to you, helping you sort and sift and decipher through this period of your life. What is worth keeping and what is dissolvable? What needs to go? We've got the Six of Swords here. So there's a lot of change and a lot of movement, and this could very much be changing your mind about something. The movement of mental energy. Sometimes, we can get so attached to a thought. Thoughts are the only thing that control us. Thoughts are all we are. We live in our imaginations, and there's certainly some shifts coming up here. But let's see what else. Judgment, there we go. So there's all this angelic energy on the table for you. This beautiful angel with judgment. This is your spirit really calling you forward. But also there's something here about, what is truth will never change. Truth never changes. And it's funny, you're still going to be the same person you were before after this event. So it's not a case of what you're becoming here. It's more a case of what you're holding on to. Because it's one thing becoming our true self and integrating our higher self on the earth. It's another thing altogether to operate in that immortal nature when things are trying to test you from all different angles. I'm getting here. All different angles. I've got 6 different angles of thought. And it's fully possible that each of those angles of thought feel real or relevant to you. Some may be illusion, and some may be contradictory. There could be certain angles of thought that you have that you think to yourself, well, if this is true from this angle, how can this also be true? It seems like dichotomy to me. It seems like you're being faced with contradictions, parallel truths, and you've got to pick the truth for yourself. You've got to pick if you want to truly be a master of reality or what you're going to do. We've got the 10 of Cups here. So it's looking pretty good to me. We've got the Swans on the card. Signet they're giving me. High Priestess energy. Yeah, it's funny. They're giving me that Game of Thrones line here. What is dead may never die. With this High Priestess, we're getting this coming through really strongly here. So it could be that your own animal nature is being tested. This could be fears of mortality. Fears about maybe the aging process. The mortality here, I feel like, has got some relevancy for you. Maybe you're looking for something permanent in your life and you want that security. I'm gonna have to clarify these, because we've got these 2 columns on the High Priestess indicating that which outlasts all of us, the things that we leave behind. that are timeless, that are old, buildings that are older than us, that hold energy. There's something about the things we create that outlive us. All of us. If there were no human beings on the earth, everything would still come under universal law. The truth would still be the truth, even if there were no humans to argue with it or get confused about it. I feel like you're really going through this, show me a pan where you would boil something down to its jus, and the jus that remains is more potent, more clarified, it tastes better, but it's still the same product that it was at the beginning, only tastier is what I'm getting. We've got an 8 of cups here and a 10 of cups. So this is walking away to find wish fulfillment. But here we have it, 10 of cups, the vision, right? Maybe you've had a vision. Maybe you will have a vision that gets you through this. Let's have a look what's going on. Show me magician energy. The world, there we go. So this is you getting on to the next ring. Right now you're finishing up this ring here, kind of escaping the matrix kind of energy, allowing your true essence to come in and letting the universe know, you know, I'm ready to move forward with my immortal truth now, with the truth of me that never changes. But there are still energies that want to appear. They want to challenge you. I'm getting that you're on like the last obstacle here. If you see all of these little flowers here as little challenges we've got to go through, you're right at the last challenge, and then bang, you're stood at the top of this circle looking over everything you've gone through on a spiritual level, like, wow, I did it. Show me this devil, please. King of Pentacles. So something's coming up because it doesn't want you to solidify your reality in the physical. That golden, sovereign, benevolent leader energy. Something's trying to stop you believing you're a benevolent leader. Fool energy, the new path's waiting for you. I feel like this is nothing to you anyway. You know, I feel like something's coming up. It could be irritating. But with this Fool card coming out on top, I just feel like it's going to be easy for you. You're an initiate. You know what you're doing. Star card energy with the Hermit. So you've connected a lot with your non-physical self. And I feel like you've connected with a lot of thoughts and a lot of concepts that you can imagine speaking about these concepts to the mainstream, right? This little asylum of mainstream squawkers who make loads of noise and they're really codependent and they want everyone to believe the same thing. I feel like you have thoughts that you know you could never discuss with those idiots. You know this. And I feel like this is where the contention is, because maybe you're coming out and you're working from an energy of truth. And you know there are loads of squawking, brainwashed, manipulative and manipulatable people who all team up like the codependents they are to scapegoat people who tell the truth, people who are ahead of the game. Think of Graham Hancock. Think of all the scientists that have been shit on for being individual geniuses. And these people are supposed to be academics and they still scapegoat and bully people from their animal nature. But something's lining up for you now with the Star and the Hermit. There's a I don't give a fuck kind of energy to this also that I really like. 9 of Pentacles, independent strength here. So you could be coming out of a sequence with the Hermit where maybe you haven't been very sociable. Maybe you could just sense that the time wasn't right for, you know, being outdoors so much. But we've got the 9 of Pentacles here, blooming in the sunshine. So there could be more outdoor activity rather than working with the Hermit is what I'm getting here. But I feel like it's time for you to go forward and not give a crap, because this devil is a liar. You know, and there's a lot of upside down thinking lately. There's a lot of crazy fuckers being enabled. And I feel like you're one of those people, you've had enough of that. The Lovers with the 6 of Swords, heading towards harmony. And again, there's that transformation of the mind. The Lovers is all about the mindset and what transforms the mindset. Is it love? Is it love for this or love for that? Or love? There's a lot of things we can love here. With the angles of consciousness on the 6 of Swords, you've got to clarify what you're devoted the most to. And I feel like your own peace has to be a priority. We can shut down a lot of devils in one go when we just don't give a crap. It collapses them. If we don't care what they think, and if we don't care what their enablers think, and if we don't care what the whole world thinks except for our soul group and God, we're free. We are totally free of their energy, Because this is energy that's affecting you somehow. And again, this could be in any setup, but it's keeping you from your true strength. And a lot of time people benefit a lot from keeping us from our full strength. We've got the Knight of Swords with the Judgment energy here. You could be blowing your trumpet. You could be you could be communicating something or writing something down or speaking your truth and holding your ground. And what I'm getting is that you holding your ground and speaking your truth, it ripples on, because we're going to be reborn into this world. And we want to be reborn into a world that we've helped create, not reborn into a pit of chaos after all the wisdom that's been sprouted on the earth, and we're still letting the lunatics run the asylum. That's what I'm getting here. It's your job to be one of the ones who sees clearly and walk away from giving a crap about any unstable upside down minds. Upside down people do not have the same priorities as the upright. And I feel like that's what you've got to walk away from, this idea that we are all one. Yeah, we are all one, but there's got to be balance. The negative polarity and the positive polarity. And the negative polarity beings who don't have their heart chakra activated don't want the same things that the heart-centered beings want. So there are two teams on this planet. I didn't make the rules. I'm just the messenger. You're someone who's sticking up for a beautiful vision with the Ten of Cups from a beautiful vantage point. And you won't be doing this alone with the Three of Pentacles. There's a lot of people who will vibe with you in this new reality, who vibe with your vision. Queen of Swords, High Priestess. You're seeing very clearly, and I feel like someone needs this. You're someone who sees very balanced. There we go. You think about the future with the Sun energy. Okay, and I feel like you're someone who understands a society or a civilization is only as good as it treats its children, because the children are the future. We've got the Star energy again here and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you're moving forward in your truth. Something really beautiful here. There's going to be something that tries to stop you bringing your non-physical truth, the immortal truth, into reality. But this is purity. This cannot be stopped. The truth of reality cannot be stopped, because it simply is the truth. And justice is overlooking this. You've got so many energies, upright energies, that are helping you out with this, knowing what to cut off, knowing what to keep. Pillar of severity, pillar of mercy. You need to know when dealing with something is not good for you, but you also need to know when dealing with something is good for you. And I feel like, you know, there's this harmonic kind of flow of, yes, you can come in my home, and no, you cannot come in my home. And I feel like there's a good flow here for you. I'm going to get some more about this Devil energy, but I feel like there's this way of life, way of thinking. People you've been around, you're just not interested anymore. There's that Judgment energy again. So you know this is your time, okay? I feel the energy of someone who's had enough, you know? I feel like you've had enough being the clever one and feeling like you've got to maybe kowtow to all the delusionals. I don't know what this is, but this is certainly Devil energy. It's certainly confused, and I don't feel like there's any helping it. But there is certainly helping you and helping the future for humanity, if you stick to who you know yourself to be. Because like I say, something's coming in to try and make you feel like you don't have the authority. And they're very convincing when they believe themselves. So I feel like that's what this is about. Show me more, please. I want me to get another deck. Okay, let's get this one. Let's see more about this Devil energy. I feel like this is going to do you a favor. I feel like it's going to be a quick readjustment. Something's going to make itself obvious to you. Page of Cups here. So this could be something in friendship. Yeah, there's a dirty old fish in this cup. Eight of Cups. There we go. They want me to leave that there, but let me just nose the Magician again. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. There we go. So we've got these two Magician cards. Okay, there's some sort of connection you've been dealing with that's going to come up on some devil thing. Okay, someone maybe you thought you could rely on. They come and they go is what Spirit's saying, and what remains is what's important. They come and they go over eons, right? Magician energy here. You've got better people to be working with in the future is what I'm getting here, and it's time to transform, because someone's going to try and cut you down. Someone's going to try and take your strength away and act like you're not the High Priest or the High Priestess. This could be something very sociable where someone plays the social stock market and tries to get people to agree with them, or they paint themselves a certain way in a certain image to try and get in with certain groups, stuff like that. You're the realist of the real, and you're breaking out onto this whole new pathway. Better people down the road is what I'm getting. It's all new, baby. It's all new energies. We're all being aligned with universal law, all the real ones, and it's our time to shine. Look at you go. Look at you go. Out of hermit mode, hiding your true power and into a position of leadership is what I'm getting. But there could be some friends around, Page of Cups. There could be someone around who's trying to project, deflect, transfer, all of that psychological hijinks is what I'm getting. So don't let that energy overwhelm you. Keep it 100 in yourself, because this transformation is happening, and the truth will always be the truth. Okay, my darling. So I love you. I hope this reading's helped. Mwah.